So for step 19, attaching the front upper arms. Well, this is pretty much a repeat of what we did with the rear upper arms. So we've got our M2 pieces, we've got to pop in the P7s, we've got to screw in these tapping, I guess they're tapping screws, and then we've got to attach those pieces to that subframe, and same piece A5, and then we've got to grease them up. So there are the pieces that we need. The only difference is here. If you remember, the rears said that this had to be 2.5 inches at the top. Well, with these front ones, it's only 1. So we'll be screwing them in a lot farther because a lot more is showing up at the bottom. So I'll set this up and we'll put this together. So first off, let's put these more or less in line as they would be. So it would be like that. And let's pop in those plastic P7 parts again. Get them correct. And same thing with the other side. Pop it in. And then turn it around. So those two pieces are in. And now it's a matter of getting these screws in place. So again, I'm going to grab my Allen key and get this more or less in line. And we just start screwing it in. Now it's not quite right, so I'm going to adjust. Let's try that. That looks too high. Let's try this again. Mostly in line. Looks almost right. See, the last time when we did the rear, they seem to be going in pretty good. These, well, that looks like it's aligned itself better. So again, I just want to make sure that is correct. Yes. So we're going to turn these and we're going to turn it until most of it is actually on the bottom, because you can see that we only want 1 millimeter at the top. So I'm going to screw this in just a little further. And if we take a quick look at this approximately, it is pretty much at the 1 millimeter. So that's more or less what it's going to look like. Most of it is coming out at the bottom. So we just need to do the same thing on the other side. And again, just make note of the direction. That's got to be that way. You've got the smaller protrusion facing this way. So that means that we're going to screw that in here. I may have done that correctly right from the start here. No, see, it's off one way. Just gotta make sure. That looks like it's about right. Okay, so we can screw this in. And most of it is going to be protruding out the bottom. So if we do a quick match up here, pretty much is correct. So if we looked at these side by side, they're pretty much identical. So there we go. There are the arms with those screws in place, which means now what we're left with is greasing this up and putting the arms in, or attaching it with this piece, the A5. So let's grease this up. Same on the other side. And since that was that way, we're going to grab our subframe here. That is going to go into that hole right there. Now we're going to grease this up. There we go. And same again. So we've got that one facing that way. We've got this one facing that way. So that's going to go into that hole there. Then we're going to take the A5 piece and we're going to make sure that those match up with the ends, just like that. And then it's going to snap into place. And we've got one screw that's got to go right there, which will keep this all in place. So I'm just going to put this down on the ground because that'll be easier to turn. And because it's hard plastic, as soon as we get to the end, we know we're going to be there. And there we go. So there are the front upper arms in place. So step 19 is complete. So now we're going to go to step 20 and work on the front lower arms.